Mr. President, I would echo what our chairman, Senator Thune, has said about Elaine Chao. She certainly has the qualifications to be our next Secretary of Transportation. Clearly, she is a part of the Senate family as the spouse of the Majority Leader. We know her well, and her government experience as the previous Secretary of Labor and Deputy Secretary of Transportation. And the Office of Government Ethics, which is the independent agency that vets the nominees, has certified that she is in compliance with all the laws and regulations governing conflicts of interest. And this senator intends to vote for her confirmation, as I did in the committee. I want to bring to the attention, since the senator from Arkansas, in his objection to the unanimous consent request of the Democratic leader, made note of the absence of Democratic members from the Finance Committee markup of a couple of the cabinet nominees. Indeed, there was new information that came to light overnight in the publication in the Wall Street Journal of additional information about the nominee for the Department of HHS, which needs to be cleared up before the committee proceeds. So I want to put that on the record and make clear what was one of the reasons that the Finance Committee members objected to proceeding. Now, I think it interesting also that this senator, as the ranking member of the Commerce Committee, had some additional questions for Secretary Chao. Not questions in any kind of defensive or offensive way, but additional information. Those questions were proffered Sunday night or early Monday morning, and all day, this senator, not having heard from Secretary Chao, called Secretary Chao, and she promptly returned the call last evening, and lo and behold, the transportation team, the transition team for the Secretary of Transportation had not even given her the questions. And of course, one of the questions that this senator had about Secretary Chao was, given the chaos that occurred in the airports over the weekend, that she, as Secretary of Transportation, would have to be concerned about the orderly administration of those airports when such an unusual order had come down. In addition, what about the lost tickets on getting refunds for passengers, and what about the changing to flight crews that might cause extra expenses? All items that a Secretary of Transportation would be concerned with going forward. So what I found out in the conversation was that the nominee to be Secretary of Transportation had not been consulted by the White House, not in advance, not during, not after the implementation of those orders having to do with the coming into the entry into the United States of refugees and other immigrants. And so I think we need Secretary Chao as someone who has the experience and who has common sense, and that will be in a position to offer level-headed, good experience-based advice to the government going forward. And it's just the latest example of some of the fallout from this weekend's activities. I recommend to our senators that we approve the nomination of Secretary Chao, and I hope that upon her confirmation today by the Senate that she will be sworn in forthwith. Thank you, Mr. President.